Welcome to the Guitar Resource Screencast, music theory and guitar pattern topics for guitarists. Hello. In this episode, we're going to spell out the major scale, also known as the Ionian mode. So we'll start here with the root, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the major 7. And so when you're playing this, we can play in the open position. I'm just going to highlight the notes here. Right up the scale and down. So that's typically where we would play it. So this would be C major. And then you could also play it up the scale here. Let's say if we want to go from this root to this root, rather than over to second string, then we could play same scale here. And you can try one finger per string, or you could shift a little bit if you want to favor the first finger and third finger. You play that same scale from this root to this root. So what we've done here is taken this one over here on the 3rd fret and move this note down here. And so we can play the major scale in that octave shape. And now we can move this root over here. And play up the scale like this. Okay, so far we covered a scale ranging in this area. We took this root and replaced it with this one, and then played a scale this position. Then we took this root, moved it down here, played through the scale here, and then we removed this root down here and played the scale down here. And so that's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways that we came up with playing the same scale. And notice we didn't go up an octave or anything, and play the same notes. Now let's try going up an octave. Because notice if we try to replace this note, we don't have that same note down here. So let's take it up an octave, and we'll focus on this shape. And so we'll spell out the major scale from there. Okay, now we will take this root note, move it down here, and we can play that major scale, this octave shape. Here. And we can play it down here as well. So we move this root over here, and we will play it here. And now if you can reach this far up on your guitar, we can also try it here. So we've taken this root I moved it over here. And notice that that is actually the same shape that we started with in the open position. But we don't have the benefit of the open strings, but notice that we have the 12th fret here where the guitar patterns start to repeat themselves from the open strings. So those are 7 octave shapes, or 7 areas where you can play any scale. And in this case, we're working with the Ionian scale, or the major scale. So I'll just rebuild this again so you can see it. Five and 6 and the major 7. Thank you for viewing this episode of the Guitar Resource Screencast.